My boy Shinra got messed up so fucking bad. Did you see how he looked like at the beginning of this episode? Like, I mean, I think that's kind of hard to miss, but his arm and leg. Oh. That dude, that stalker, I think he is going to have a very, very painful experience very soon. Oh, yes. Because if Celty finds this dude that did that to the person she loves and admires, and she finds this dude, some shit's going down. I mean, if Shinra, or the father, all hell is gonna break loose. Because that stalker, what he did in this episode was disgusting. It was so disgusting. It really was. Like, to see what he did to Shinra, and then what he did to Mikoto, smashing his face in and stuff. What a good episode of Durarara. A very good episode. I love it this week. That ending conclusion as well was... damn. So, the dollars are at, Izaya's headquarters. That was quite the interesting cliffhanger they gave us this week, but Durarara always gives us interesting cliffhangers, and clearly, we're getting into a very explosive climax of this arc. Like, this is going to be a very explosive arc, judging by the way this is going. Because this episode didn't just focus on one person. Usually, as you know, Durarara focuses on one perspective and that's it, but throughout this entire episode, it felt like there were so many different perspectives at once that there was just so much going on, even though there really, in reality, there wasn't, but they're all intertwined together. Like, each individual character, I think, almost had a time to shine in this episode, especially the important characters of the arc. I mean, with the entire events of what's going on with the Stalker with Shinra, to Celty, to Izaya, to finding out more about Mikoto, and then, you know, Masaomi's relationship with Mikoto, and then how Masaomi is trying to set up the yellow scarves once again. You can tell he's calling his boys up in the middle of this episode. So, I mean, there's a lot of setup and a lot of build-up going on throughout this episode. And definitely the best episode of this season. Yeah. You know, I don't think any of us can really deny that one. I don't think we can. Because the way the episode was done, especially with so many different points of this episode, with the burning of the back on the guy, the Stalker when he got his back burnt, and you saw the freaking wound all over his back, the burn marks after what, you know, Mikoto did to him. There were some crazy things I just did not expect to watch in this episode. And hot damn, I've been told that Durarara is going to get very intense soon, and this is already very intense. And the animation, I haven't given it enough credit recently, and I think I should. This animation of this season of Durarara is clearly a lot better than previous seasons. Like, you know, the last season, I remember there was an episode, I think it was episode 4 or episode 6. It was one of those episodes from the last season of Durarara that aired 2 seasons ago. I remember I had an issue with the animation because there was unfinished animation throughout the entire episode. And it seems like they got their shit together, and this season has looked really good, especially this episode. It looked really good. And the art style is definitely shining when it comes to the Durarara style. The art style is just really shining in this season, especially with certain situations going on. Now, I want to ask a couple questions. I mean, there is a lot of things I'm wondering right now, because it seems like Masami is... he's keying in that Oba is trying to use Mikoto. It seems like he was keying in on that throughout this episode, because when you saw the expression, like the change of expressions from Oba to Masaomi, when they both looked at each other, and you saw it to how Oba's like, oh, you're that guy, and he smiled all evilly, kind of like Izaya would. It seemed like Masaomi keyed in on that, and he's like, oh, this dude is kind of like Izaya, like a fucking snake. And it seemed like that is kind of the main reasons why he is going to be calling the Yellow Scarves up to settle this entire ordeal, because shit is going to be going down. And it's not just that, you also have it to where the Mafia is coming after Mikoto. They found out he's the leader of the Dollars, and they're going to be coming after his ass. That's what was said in this episode. So yeah, there's a lot of things building up and intertwining throughout this episode that is really kicking off my hype for Durarara. Definitely one of the few series I look forward to the most when it comes to Saturday or on the weekend, because this series is so freaking good. It really is. So tell me your thoughts. I mean, how do you all feel about what happened in this episode? I mean, how do you feel about what happened to Shinra, how he got his legs snapped? Do you feel like he's going to be okay? Do you feel like there's going to be permanent damage? Do you feel like Celti's going to go over the deep end and try to kick that dude's ass for what, you know, that dude did to Shinra? What do you think the father of Shinra is going to do? Do you feel like he's actually going to step in and try to beat the shit out of that guy? And how do you feel like, the Masomi with Oba, Izaya, and also what's going on with Mikoto? Do you feel like that's going to turn out to be something very bad for all parties? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. You all have a wonderful day or nights wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.